Good morning and welcome to my 8 o'clock Rise and Shine Qigong class, where you need nothing more than your iPhone and preferably an open window so that you can get some nice fresh air in. So I just thought my bit to keep our morale high each day was going to give you the opportunity to just learn some of this amazing information that I've learned along the way as a Chinese doctor. And so in the morning, the idea is to give you some really lovely Qigong exercises. And then lunchtime, more kind of questions and answers or meditation style work. And then in the evening, more of an evening routine. So that's what we're doing as a general structure of the day. So we're going to start with Qigong. So I was just going for a walk this morning and I was thinking about today's class, thinking, right, what should we talk about? And I thought the thing that I didn't say to you yesterday was, yes, how can I explain how to? Yes, I will. The thing that I didn't really tell you yesterday was why is Qigong so absolutely brilliant for you and why does it work as an exercise? And why is it healing at the same time? How's all that work? And so before we start, I thought I will give you that explanation. So the reason why Qigong is such good exercise is, first of all, because the number one emphasis of what we're going to do is breathing. Okay, we have to breathe whilst we do the movements. That's the first thing. And indeed, we're going to start the whole lesson with a breathing exercise to get the oxygen moving. And the reason that's the case is because the Chinese masters know that oxygen is the number one healing modality for your body, okay? Not food, not water, not supplements, nothing you need to buy, air, okay? And air is one thing that we have right now because all we need is an open window and we haven't yet been told to close them. So that's already a real bonus. Now, the next thing is, okay, well, if oxygen's so great, then I'll just go to the gym and do that. And you think, well, the problem with that kind of heart pumping, thumping kind of like workout exercise that we all think is what we need to do to sort of get fit is that whilst you are indeed absorbing high levels of oxygen into the body when you raise your metabolism like that, what you're doing is you're straining your organs simultaneously. Okay, which means they're so busy dealing with the kind of onslaught of what you're making them do this or whatever you're doing, that they don't heal at the same time. So you're actually weakening them. Whereas when you're doing these Qigong exercises, we're going to go like really slowly like this, sort of like raising up and raising down, and you're breathing simultaneously. So what you're doing is you're actually allowing the oxygen to go into the organs by virtue of the movements. That's why they're designed in the way that they are. That's why we follow the structures of them, because the Chinese masters understand and explain to us that the origin of health of your entire body is your key organs. Okay, they are responsible for your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual well-being. Everything comes to these organs. So when we're exercising, what we actually want to do is focus on strengthening those organs via the breath and via the body, not strengthening the body via kind of weakening the organs, which is what's happening in normal exercise. So this is why Qigong is so good. It's also very good for you if you're feeling a bit tired and your energy levels are like, oh God, I just can't quite face going to the gym on top of everything else. And anyway, right now we can't. So that's why Qigong is so good for you, okay? It's also so simple to do. There are all sorts of advanced Qigongs that I can send you to. My favourite, of course, is my Chinese master himself, John Munro, who teaches a series called Long White Cloud Qigong. If you're into Qigong, I really recommend you follow him. But my job is to introduce you. I'm the gatekeeper of this information, and I'd like to give you the basic, simple stuff that you can just do standing by a window at your home whilst we're in this lockdown, and giving you the reasons why you're doing it, okay? So without further ado, that's a nice little explanation. A lady asked earlier about the comb. I will be, if you could join me this evening, that's when I'm going to do more things about explaining the tools and things. So I will do the comb tonight, if that's okay, 8:30. So we're going to start our lesson today we're going to repeat this rescue breath exercise. I started that yesterday with you. So to those who've already been on this feed, the idea is that we will sometimes repeat what we're doing. And it's not about always adding in more and more stuff. Okay, what we're going to do is there's going to be a lot of repetition because it's about being. The talk tonight is at 8:30. Okay, the idea of this is about being, not doing. Okay, and if we are repeating an exercise, it's because that's how we should be starting every single day of our life. Just as we eat breakfast every day and eat lunch every day and go to the loo every day, there are exercises that we should be repeating every day. So we start with the smiling breath. So I'm going to stand back a bit so you can see. Now this is a really simple exercise, but so profound. We're going to repeat this about 5 or 6 times together, and it will make you feel quite relaxed and meditative. And then we're going to get into the moving afterwards, okay? So we just take a breath in. And as you breathe out, just imagine a smile in your lower abdomen. Breathe in. Imagine a smile in your lower abdomen. Breathe in. Imagine a smile. Breathe in. Imagine a smile in your lower abdomen. Breathe in. Imagine a smile in your lower abdomen. Now slowly come, breathe in. Just blink your eyelids a little bit so that you can come back into the room. And breathe out, imagine a smile. Now as we continue to do the exercises, just always keep with this lovely breath. Okay, so for the new people, we breathe in. And as we breathe out, imagine a smile in the lower abdomen. That is the continual breath that we follow in this class, okay? So now we've got the oxygen. Keep doing the breathing. Just loosely shake your body. We covered this one yesterday, but this is called shaking the tree. And because we've gone into a lovely beginning of calm breath, we don't go too fast to start with. We just have a little shake. What we're doing is allowing any circulation that's got sort of stuck as we've been asleep. We're just allowing it to shake out of its holding place, okay? And this is vital because the immune system, which is what I'm going to be talking about so much at the moment, and if any of you don't have yet the fact sheet, do please download it. You can link it in the bio, it's free, and it gives you really good advice about how to protect your immune system right now. But the first and foremost thing to know is that the immune system, the cells within it, need to flow smoothly in order to work at optimum. Let's just take it up again now. We can just shake a bit more vigorously. Now, if you've got any health issues or you're fragile or elderly, we just bob, okay? But if you're okay and you're feeling like, oh God, I need to get out my house, we can really go for it. Okay. I cannot believe that I do this live on my feed, the things I do to get Chinese information out there. But this is so good. You can really go for it, okay? Shake it off, exactly, right? So you just want to do this for like kind of a minute, and you can really wiggle and be a bit silly about it, and you can get your kids involved. My kids are itching to be involved. I'll get them in tomorrow. Right, whew. Okay, so we just did like 20 seconds, and already my heart, I've like, whew, but not in a kind of gymmy, kind of like exhausted kind of way. What I can feel is the cells of the body now just kind of zinging, because I've had some sort of 6 to 8 really good oxygenated breaths right at the beginning. And now I'm sort of shoving it around my body. So the next one is we take our loosed fist or cupped hand. And we just drum, okay? Now tapping is so good for you. We start with the chest because at the moment it's really important to keep all the airways clear, okay? We want to keep things optimum. So you do your throat. We know that this virus sits in the throat for a bit before we start. You want to keep these tonsils, which are here, you want to keep them clear. You want to keep these you want to get it down into this lymphatic so that your body's immune system has got a chance of dealing with it, okay? That's why we're doing this. Because remember, immune cells need to move freely, so we want to keep them moving. And also the immune system is very much connected to the lymphatics. And the lymph of the body is a circulatory system, all of its own. But unlike the blood, which is pumped by the heart, the immune system, the lymphatic system, is moved by muscle movement, okay? So we need the muscles to move around in order to get it optimum. That's why we feel sluggish if we've been sat for too long. So this is so good because we are all indoors. So you just remember the pincer movement between the breasts, which is around here and here. And the idea of this is because you have your thymus gland is right here, and that thymus gland produces T cells, which is a major component of the immune system. And this is really important to kind of get those T cells at optimum production. There's a lot of studies which show that by drumming the thymus like this, you can actually increase in its size. So you definitely want to be paying special attention to that. Then, having done our chests now, we go down the inside of the arm, up the outside. Welcome everyone that's joined us. Just jump in. We're just doing body tapping at the moment, which is a really, really good exercise it's good for waking you up. And it's really good for the immune system, okay? It's very important for immune cells to be able to move freely around the body. So I'm just going up onto the shoulders like this, that we're trying to make them work at optimum, okay? Now, then we go round the abdomen like this. Not only is this really good for belly fat, which is in itself a good enough reason to do it, but you've got a lot of lymphatic systems in the your lymph nodes, lymphatic system, that's not even a word. You have lymph nodes, a lot of them in the digestive system and down here in the groin, okay? And we spend a lot of time sitting like this so they get scrunched up. You want to stand and you want to drum, okay? And the thing is, these exercises, they're really simple. We just need to do them. So a lot of the feed that I'm going to do with you is we're going to repeat this many days over because it's so good for you. You want to do it every day. It's so simple. All you have to do is join me and we'll do it all together. It's so much fun. So we're going to drum around the middle. Then you want to do the sides. This is the bottom of my ribs. Give it a nice drum like this. This is really good for the spleen. These are spleen acupressure points right here, and the spleen, and again, huge relationship with the immunity system because it's all about the white blood cells, and the white blood cells are the ones that kind of like gobble up the enemy that we don't want, the pathogens. We don't want that. So it's really good to stimulate the spleen here. Then we're going to take it down the outside of the legs like this. Down, follow me. Then up the inside. This is really good for wobbly bits as well. Now, if anyone's got a tapper, let me just show you this. This makes the whole thing a lot easier, okay? And you can just give yourself, it's much easier to get to your legs with a tapper like this. These are available on Hey You. They're very, very good because you can reach, look at that. You can just reach your whole back. This is it. You can get there by tapping with your fist, of course, that's what I'm showing you, but the tapper makes it easier. Also, the tapper goes right down the spine like that. And again, Jules, I don't know if you could just, I know you're there. If you could just explain why the spine has got this relationship with immunity, because it would be too long for me to go into. But suffice to say, it does. And the thing about the tapper is you can cover the whole body super quickly, okay, and reach the bits you can't quite get to. But anyway, if you don't have one, don't worry. You can get the same effect drumming with your hand, okay, and then we finish on the lower back, like this. And then we're going to finish that lovely drumming exercise. Can you feel, by the way, just noticed myself, like your cells feel sort of this gorgeous kind of zingy feeling, right? That's what we're after, because we've had a really good breath at the beginning of the exercise, and now everything's starting to move. So we just finish that lovely Tingly, exactly. Thank you, Lady Diane 91. It is tingly indeed. That's exactly the word. Thank you very much. Where can I get a broom? It's called a tapper, and you can get it at the Hey You Method. Jules, I'm sure you'll be able to answer that one. It's at heyyumethod.com. And they're on special price at the moment, so they're very useful. Very, very useful piece of kit at this time. They're very good for energy, pain, all sorts of things. Thank you, Jules. Directly related to the spine, exactly. Right, so all we're doing here is we're just twisting, okay? Now, if you've got any kind of problems, back pains, anything, elderly, fragile, pregnant, anything, we're just going to go like this, okay? You just go gently. We're not straining ourselves at all. But if you're okay, I am okay. So I'm going to give you the full whack twist, okay? You're going to go right round and, oh, my back just cracked, how lovely. Right, and this is what you're doing is you're taking your elbow, you're hitting liver, spleen, kidney, okay? And you're aligning your body like this. You're getting these digestive organs working and you're sort of wringing them out and relaxing. And that's what you want to do, because remember, when we're sedentary, which is a lot of the time, and we're immobile because we can't get outside, the abdomen often suffers and we're all a bit like this. So you stand and you get this lovely twist, and then what you're doing is allowing deep oxygenated blood to get right into the organs. And remember, I said this at the beginning of the feed, but for you, those of you that weren't there, the reason why Qigong is so brilliantly good for you in every possible superlative way I could think of saying it is because it understands that the organs of the body are responsible for your health, okay? It's a feed I'll go into on another day, but that is what they're doing. So the key organs of the body are all sort of around here. So these exercises are all about getting deep oxygenated blood deep into those organs and strengthening them via the movements of the fascia all over the rest of the body, okay? So the body serves the organs. Whereas in Western exercise, it's kind of the other way around. We're sort of straining our organs to kind of get this kind of physical appearance. But the good news is with Qigong, you get it anyway, and it's much, much easier. So we're now really lovely, tingly, zingy, warmed up, ready to go, okay? And we've done about sort of 15 minutes, believe it or not, and we're ready to start. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with lifting the sky, because it's such a great exercise for the whole of your body. You have an energetic circuit which basically kind of goes down the front and up the back, okay? It goes like that. And when you're lifting the sky, what you're doing is you're basically allowing the deep oxygenated blood to work at this fundamental axis of the body, and it really strengthens the entire sort of energy. You'll feel energy from this. You will have energy, which is what we're after. So we're standing, feet together. Hands, we're just going to relax. Now, remember the smiling breath. Let's just do it one more time. So we just breathe in. And as we breathe out, imagine a smile in your lower abdomen. That's our breath, okay? So with our breath, now, breathe in, raise up your hands. And breathe out. And the trick is to keep those fingertips together and a nice right angle on the elbows, okay? Now breathe in, lift, and have your arms feel the stretch, okay? Don't just sort of be like this. You want to imagine yourself kind of taut. Breathe in, hands together, look up, and now down, breathing out. And you're going to start to feel like you're pushing energy, okay? You're not just sort of doing this. You're actually really allowing it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Remember, this is lifting the sky. You're lifting the sky. And then you're bringing all that energy in. Breathe out. Breathing all that energy in. Like this, down into this orbit. Breathe in. Lady here saying she feels that it's really good for grounding. It really is. Okay, that's the whole emphasis, and breathe out, of the breathing exercise I've given you and these simple Qigong, is it's getting you out of your head, out of the fear, into the center of your body. The center's here. That breath takes you here. And then all we're doing now with that breath is we're moving it in a really basic way. Breathe in. Into the body. We're bringing it into the energetic circuits of the body. Breathe out. And these energetic circuits are the root of our health. All right? It's not a kind of nice to have. The one advantage, keep doing this, guys. I'm going to keep giving you a bit more info, okay? Breathe in. The advantage of being at home right now, and there aren't many, but let's try and look on the bright side, is that we actually have time to engage with new things. And indeed, Chinese medicine actually is an old thing, but it's a thing that we didn't even know really was there. But we have the time to think about it now. And it's not a question of accepting, breathe in, the way things have been given to us. Because the actual truth, breathe out, is that the physical body follows the energy, okay? Not the other way around. Energy is not a nice to have. If you're lacking in energy and your physical body is showing like aches and pains or stiffness, issues, disease, niggles, low mood, bad sleep, bad digestion, weight loss, any of this stuff, it's because the energy is off balance, okay? And these are the basic exercises that are going to get your energy grounded, centered, aligned, flowing smoothly, and back in balance. Okay? And these are fundamental exercises that we just have to do every day, just like we do our other daily habits. And they will make a profound difference. You've already felt. Let's finish this one now. Let's end here. Now just take a lovely smiling breath. Breathe in. And breathe out and smile. Now, just before we start the next exercise, can you feel how kind of calm but slightly stretched and relaxed you feel? This is what we're after, okay? Remember, we're still just doing gentle warm-up at the moment, but we're not looking for that kind of heart-bumping, sweating exhaustion, okay? What we're looking to do is to ground and center, allow oxygen to move into the body, allowing the cells of the immune system to move freely around the body where they can work to their optimum. That's what we're looking to do, okay? So we've now done our lovely smiling breath. We then woke ourselves up with a bit of shaking, and then we did a good thorough drumming, and now we've lifted the sky. So our bodies now feel kind of nice, like good. This is what our bodies should feel like, okay? Let's now add in a deeper, slightly more cardiac-y exercise, okay? Because I know I've been saying how gentle Qigong is, and it's not this kind of heart-bumping gym workout, but believe you me, you're going to get this kind of gentle sweat, which is what we're after, okay? And all you do is you just repeat, okay? I'm teaching you this morning so that each day I'll tweak it ever so slightly, but you can just do them again once we finish up. Just go back and just repeat. They're very relaxing, strengthening, kind of gorgeous exercises, and they burn, okay? So I'm going to teach you an exercise which is in my book, which is called, well, in the book we call it spinning mandarins, but I haven't got any mandarins because well, there was nothing in the shops when I went, so I had to improvise. Thank you, Trini Woodall, for your stacking pots, because Trini's makeup's fab, because I'm absolutely rubbish at makeup and not very good at sorting myself out, and so her pots are indispensable. So in my bathroom, I thought, oh, they'll do. So in an ideal world, you want to hold something in your hand, okay? Now don't worry if you're at home and thinking, oh God, I haven't got anything. It's okay. I want you to just, when you do this exercise later, find something. If you're in your bedroom, for example, here's a sock. That would do. You can just have a rolled up sock or a pop sock or even a rolled up pair of pants if you want. But all we're looking to do is to have something in our hands so that we keep our hand flat. Okay, so you can do it like that, but just be aware. Okay, so I'll show you. So what we're doing with this is another one of those amazing exercises for like cinching the waist. And also it just gets every single limb of the body moving, and it works on every organ. Okay, so it's an absolute like blinder of an exercise. So we're going to start with our legs apart on this one. You need to make sure, she says, hang on. Yeah, you need to make sure you've got room around you, okay, because you're going to spread out. Your legs are going to be like this, and your arms are going to go all the way around. So hang on, that curtain's not going to work. Hang on. Let me just move that slightly. There we go. So your arm is going to go all the way round and all the way around your back and all the way there. So you need to be able to stretch, okay? So as long as you've got just enough room at the top bit to sort of wave your arms around, you're going to be okay. So always remember with these exercises, I'm going to give you the full extension, but go within the safe parameters of your body. So you just, if this is comfortable, then this is fine, okay? If you're really fit and athletic, you can go deeper into the bend, all right? And if you're not, if your back's aching or anything, you just do you just copy me, but just go gently, okay? Now, the idea of this is you just bend your knees as if you're riding a horse, okay? So you want nice, strong upper thighs. You put one hand on your hip, so that's my left hand, and you take your other hand and you pull in your tummy, not like this, but just nice and engaged. And then you just reach, and you're looking to reach, okay? And then you bend the same leg, can you see? And then you take it round the back. And you need to keep the thing you're holding in your hand, okay? Now I'm bending the other leg and reaching the other way, and bring it round the front. And then you go the other side. So reach, and you want to really stretch. You'll get the hang of it. It's really good. Oh, and there. And then you twist your arm around, and in you come. That final twist, that arm twist at the end, that is what gives you the middle, okay? It gives you this S. Oh, it's amazing. Right, and again, so we go stretch out. Stretch all the way. Stretch back. Shift the weight. Bring it round the front. And loop your hand round. And repeat. Now, I don't know about you, stretch. I'm sweating. Not in a gross way, by the way, but I'm getting sweat, which is exactly what you want, because you're going slowly. And then, oh, it's that last bit. That is the killer move at the end, as if it's not already brilliant enough as it is. You're just creating these S shapes. And this is so good for your body. And then you twist the other way. So stretch. And the thing about these exercises is you don't need to reinvent the wheel with these. You just repeat them. And the slower you go, the better. My heart rate, I'm just going to pull it in for a sec. Can you feel that? I've got sweat. I've got a drip of sweat going down my back, and my pulse has gone up. But my pulse hasn't gone up in that kind of breathless, I'm exhausted way. This energy, I'm creating the energy via the oxygen and via the movement of the body, and it's going into the key organs of my body. It's making me strong. Okay, whereas normal exercise weakens the organs because you're straining them at the same time as you're asking them to do something whilst you're heightening the oxygen. Whereas with these slow movements, They want to stretch. The fascia wants to stretch. The muscles like it. The immune system wants to be able to move freely. You're working in conjunction with your body. And the thing is, the good thing about bodies is that they want to be healthy. Bodies are designed to live at all costs, okay? That's what your body does. So when you tap in to these really simple exercises, that work in conjunction with how the body actually wants to be, you'll be amazed at how instant these, oh, feels so good. You'll be amazed at how kind of instantaneous. So if we just stop there for a sec, let me put these down because we can do it again just with empty hands, okay? But your body will feel, can you show us standing from the side, please, so we can see your hands as you do this? Oh yes, okay, sorry. So this is the side then, right? So I've got my hands on my hips. This is my left side. So you take your, so right hand is on your hip, left hand, stretch to the right, go to the front. Now my weight is all on my left, stretch to the back, reach to the back, weight goes to the right, bring your arm round, and then you're twisting it round at the end and bringing it in. So that last bit, you're twisting. So now stretch to the left, go to the front, right, to the back, to the left, going to the round to the back now, and I twist it round like that. Is that okay? Felt a few stretches in my hips. Good. No, you will. You will. Right. Should we do that one more time? I'll just repeat it with you again, because once we finish the feed, then you've learned it, okay? By the way, all of these exercises are in my IGTV stories. Not stories, sorry, IGTV, you know, the IGTV bit. So it's all filmed, and I'm in a yellow onesie. So all of this Qigong, I've kind of named her the yellow goddess just because it meant it popped out of the TV stuff. So all of these exercises are fully demonstrated there as well, and you can follow me doing them, okay? So the idea of this live feed is to sort of give you a bit of exercise in the morning, which we do together, but there's more instruction there, and of course it's in the book. So we'll do it one more time. Knees, so legs bent like this. I'll do this tomorrow. I'm doing it every morning at 8 o'clock, or just about 8 o'clock. I mean, like, I've got a lot of people self-isolating here, so give or take a minute or two, it's 8 a.m, okay? And it's going to be very similar, but I will change the exercises each day, okay? So let's just do this one more time so that you're clear. If anyone's got questions, do fire them now. I love the playlist on your YouTube. Oh, I didn't know I had a playlist. Jules, do I have a playlist on my YouTube? Goodness, I didn't even realise that, but great. Okay, so we go out to the side, the knee bent, stretch to the front, stretch to the back, stretch to the right, bring it to the front, and twist the arm round. Like a crab. You don't have to do that bit. I'm just making sure you can see. So bend, this hand here, stretch to the side, reach to the back, oh, so good. Twist the arm around. There, right, okay, so that's your exercise of the day. I think what we'll do now to finish up the day, because this is only really supposed to be like half an hour, what the Chinese masters would always do before and after exercise is tapping. So again, remember, you can use a loosely clenched fist or the tapper. I'll do the tapper now to end, because those of you that have been with me now You know that I can show you with the fist as well, but let's just slowly. And what you're just doing is you're just ensuring that everything that you've now moved, you've got loads of good things going on in your body right now. You've got oxygenated blood moving freely. The tapping works really well on the long bones, which produce stem cells. This is really good for any kind of long-term aches and pains or any niggles. Those lovely exercises we've just done have really worked this inner core of the body. It's so good. We're standing, which is lovely because it means this abdominal area is getting to stretch out. And we're just getting rid of any old kind of crud that's just got stuck there. Okay, this is what we want to do. We want to get everything moving freely around the body. And we're in these exercises strengthening the all-important organs, which in Chinese medicine are the origin of your health. Oh, that's so lovely. Your mum who's 76 has joined your session. Well, thank you, mum who's 76. I am so glad you're doing this. Honestly, I make my dad do this, and it's really helped him. He had a heart attack about 15 years ago. And honestly, it's a credit to Eastern and Western medicine, because Western medicine saved his life and Eastern medicine's kept him in really good health ever since. So well done you for joining me. Thank you. And again, all these exercises are on the IGTV, all in the yellow goddess. So in a yellow onesie looking a bit ridiculous, but they're all there. And really in these feeds, I'm just going to teach you a bit, remind you the exercises, what they are, remind you why they're good. To recap for anyone who's joined later, the key for Qigong, okay, is that these exercises strengthen the body whilst exercising. Whereas Western exercise exhausts the body whilst giving it the oxygen. Whereas with these exercises, you give it the oxygen and the movement to allow the organs to get strong, while simultaneously freeing up kind of the rest of the body via these stretches. So just because you don't necessarily think that you're kind of running aerobically, it doesn't matter, okay? You've noticed already with the exercises we did today that you get that kind of lovely sort of, like your heart goes up. I had little beads of sweat going down my back. That's what you're looking for, okay? Seeing you at 12:30, yes. If anyone's got questions for me today, if not, I will just go on my theme of the day, which is gentle exercise. And how long have I been doing this? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, Chinese medicine I've been doing since I was about 28, so about 20 years. And self-care really I've been specialising in for about the last 10. I'm so glad you woke up just in time. It is a really nice way to start the day. All you need is a window. In these times of need, the advantage that we have is that there are indeed ways of practicing things which are hugely beneficial to us, and this is the moment to learn them. Okay, we are now time rich, and that is an advantage. The rest of it pretty much sucks, but there are some good glimmers of good stuff going on right now, so let's go with that, because we might as well. And I'm going to come back at lunchtime. I want to talk to you all about this amazing thing that I know, which is called emotional alchemy. Okay, now what on earth is that? I know I wake up in time to do Qigong. I always find it's better. Can we do the head? Oh, okay, sorry. So head drumming, sorry, I forgot, is just like this, or, believe it or not, with the tapper, my favourite. I have really thin hair, and the tapper is really good. It's also really good. Head drumming is really good for headaches, and you can drum all over, like that. But you can do this right, so when you're doing your kidneys, don't go too hard on the lower back, which is here, okay? The kidneys are here. You want to go down a bit. Work to them more here. If you're at this time, because there's so much fear, just rub them instead, okay? So just rub gently over the area and tap more on the upper buttocks and up more to the ribs. So the kidneys are here. So just rub them. It's very stressful times for everyone right now. We're all losing our jobs and we've got no income and the world's uncertain and there's just awful things happening every single time we switch on the news. So Exactly, it's not surprising. Exactly, Jules. That fear is a big thing, but this is why in the lunchtime feed I'm going to talk about emotional alchemy, because there is a way of doing something about fear rather than me saying try not to be fearful, which is not helpful. There is a technique which I will teach you at lunchtime. So over and out for this morning. Enjoy. I feel great, so thank you because you make me do it. I think we'll carry on with this anyway. Lots of love for everybody, and thank you, Jules, for answering the questions as well. Okay, take care, and I'll see you at 12:30.